Is Supra the ultimate blockchain that no one is talking about? Sitting at less than a $100 million market cap, Ethereum, Solana, Aptos compatible. Guys, this could be huge. What is it trying to accomplish? They are trying to be the ultimate place for DeFi, and I think they can with their proof of efficient liquidity and many more features. In this video, we're going to go over everything Supra has to offer. We're also going to go over what does the team look like, the recent price action, and most importantly, the tokenomics, guys. But it's not just me bullish on Supra. Coinbase Ventures and lots of big people are backing it, guys. Let's get into it. I love you all. This is never financial advice. Let's come over here to Coin Market Cap, and we can see it's currently sitting at 76.93 million market cap with a fully diluted value of about 800 million. We're going to get into this in a little bit whenever we get into the tokenomics, but this is an inflationary project, just like most layer ones are, or almost every layer one. Okay, there is rewards that get given to people who stake and things like that to secure the network. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into where it's available and the chart. But what is this vertical integration that I was talking about? You can see they have multiple VMs available. Ethereum, Move, Aptos, guys, okay? Solana virtual machines. They have native oracles. This means that there is no need to tap out to a chain link or anything like that. This is all integrated directly into the layer one, and this makes it easy for builders. The blockchain itself, the L1, is nothing but the foundation of the house, but then you need the builders to come in and really put the walls up, really put the nice touch on the kitchen, right? Your wife doesn't just want the foundation. She needs builders, and that's exactly what Supra is trying to get. As you can see here, tighter integration leads to higher efficiency. Fully vertical integrating a services means it's hyper efficient with greater performance and better security guarantees, with it being less complex, guys. And if you ever want to see what I'm going to talk about early, because I always post stuff on X just whenever it pops into my mind, or I'll ask questions about Supra, guys. If you're a part of the Sup Squad, go give me a follow over here on X. But how do they get to that, and what is Supra really trying to do? You can see right here, Supra containers give you the benefit of L2s and app chains without any of the drawbacks. That's how they get 500,000 transactions per second on a L1. You can see sub 1 second consistent finality, and they tested this on 300 nodes globally. This is what I was talking about, guys. Not just EVM compatible, but Move, which is the Aptos smart contracts. They have the Rust language, which is Solana, guys, and even Cosmos coming on the way. So this is all a part of their vertical blockchains, and this right here is an example of their oracle. This is Supra oracles. This is not Chainlink. This is not Pyth. This is all directly on this L1, and the data comes in also less than 1 second, 600 to 900 milliseconds, guys. This is great. We've got to be able to bring real-world data on-chain or cross-chain data for real-world applications and decentralized finance. But why are so many people backing this project? And you can see this is how they do it so quick. So just a real layman's terms, and I do recommend everyone to go read this if you are interested into the in-depth, but how they have clans, and then within each of those clans they have nodes, and I believe that it has to be 51% voting, and each of these clans could be for something different. One could be the Oracle, one could be DeFi. But hey, guys, if anyone knows Joshua, if you watch this video, if you'd like to come on Freeman Finance and Crypto and talk to the Freeman of Finance family about what Supra is and some of the questions that we have in this video, feel free to reach out to me on X. I also do spaces, guys, as y'all know, over there, and would love to talk about it. But like I said, there's some very big people interested in this. This is a VC-backed coin. So I'm going to go into all of this with token unlocks in just a second. But you can see one of the largest right here is Coinbase Ventures, Hashkey Capital right here, Animoca Brands, very big in gaming. Think about that, okay? And then down here, you have HTX Ventures. But whenever I see a lot of these venture capitalist firms that are with fairly big exchanges, it makes it excited for me. You would think that Coinbase would have a reason to list this if it got up and, started gaining popularity and attention. And so far, their ecosystem is already starting to thrive. Look at all the decentralized exchanges they have. DeFi right here with lending. They have perpetual futures, SuperFi, 4 tokens, SocialFi, gaming right here. This is an extremely fast blockchain, and that is what you need for gaming and DeFi. Real world assets right here. Y'all know I am extremely bullish on real world assets. I believe everything from your social security to your mortgage statement will be on chain as a non-fungible token in 10 years. So guys, we are just so far ahead of it. But whenever we take a look at something, I think that really sets it apart when it comes to DeFi is right here. Proof of efficient liquidity. What does that mean? Supra is introducing a new DeFi primitive called proof of efficient liquidity. It gives you 2 ways to contribute to the network using the same capital. So you can see your Supra tokens could be used as liquidity for specific native DeFi applications. Okay, that would be like contributing to a liquidity pool, but you could also use that same to stake, from what I'm understanding, to secure the network. So not only could you stake your tokens, you could also provide them as liquidity so that the tokens could be withdrawn on a layer 2 or anything like that. This is very, very interesting. And I would really like to talk to Joshua more about what really brings this up. But all of this is good news. It all looks fancy, but are anyone actually using these? Well, let's go look at some of the on-chain data of Supra. So we could see right here that there's over 600,000 active accounts, over 50 million transactions, over 8.5 million total blocks. And when we come over here and look at the supply, there's about 9 billion circulating supply per this. It's showing a little bit higher over here on CoinMarketCap, 9.64. And we're going to get into some of the data a little bit longer in the video whenever I start talking about token unlocks and things like that. So we're going to go off the CoinMarketCap data because I've already prepared all of that, but they have all of this data right here. And when we come look at the top holders, this is another thing that I would like to know about. When we look at this top wallet right here, there's $62 million in that wallet, and I'm pretty sure this is fully diluted value because the overall market cap is about 90 million currently, but this is 7.8% of the supply. This wallet has 3.8% of the supply. This wallet is a little bit under 3. I heard Joshua say in one video, and I'll try to find it and put a snip of it right here, that they had secured, I believe it was 10 billion tokens for grants almost for people building onto the network. So I'm wondering if that's what this top wallet is right there. But let's get into it, because inflation on a project like this is extremely important for the overall price of the token. As dilution comes, so does the overall percentage that your tokens weigh. So the price, if the tokens double in supply and there is no new money coming in, then the price of your tokens go in half. So I do want to look at all of that very deeply in just a second, but we can see they have a very big team. This right here is the CEO. They put this by alphabetical order. Normally you would have the CEO up top, but this shows me that they're not, all prideful and stuff like that. They're like, hey, let's just go by alphabetical order. I don't care who you are, but you can see right here, CEO Joshua Topkin. And whenever we come over here, they have a lot of good people on their team, a lot of cryptographers. You sometimes don't see people with a lot of crypto background. You see a lot of business people, like they're just running a business, promotion. These are real deal people that understand cryptography, computer science right here, as you can see, and are really looking at building a longevity project. So let's go over here and look at the token unlocks. And you can see right here, if we go 84 months out, there will be a little bit over about 80 billion tokens with a tip over here of 100 billion, as we can see represented right here at the max supply. So when we look at where we're at right now, we're about 5 months after launch. So you can see that would put us somewhere right here around the 10 billion tokens. So there's obviously a lot of inflation. That is why whenever we look right here, we could see that the market cap 76 million, but the fully diluted value is over 10x that, because there is a lot of inflation coming. But that is okay as long as this project keeps growing, but it's not going to be able to sit at the middle of the road and sustain this inflation. It's going to have to be a top mover. It's going to have to get in the top 5, in my personal opinion, be able to challenge the Solanas, definitely be able to challenge all the L2s built on Ethereum. optimism, things like that. It's going to have to get a lot of market share to be able to, overtake this inflation. So whenever we take a look at it, this is what it looks like after launch. Okay, it launched back here, as you could see, back in November. It shot up to about 8 cents. If we take a look at that from the ICO price or the token generation event, it was up about a 29x. And then from now, we could see that it is down approximately 88%. Guys, now you might be looking at that and say, holy cow, that thing's dead. But if you've been in crypto for a long time, you know this stuff happens. People take profits, especially people that were able to invest in it early. They took on all the risk. I've seen this multiple times where the token launches, it goes up, it goes down, guys, and it looks dead, and then it makes new all-time highs, reaches billions and billions of market cap. So I would not be too worried about this, but what I am wondering is how much lower will it go and how much attention of the market can Supra get, because we see right here we are currently at 9.7 billion total Supra. Whenever we get to this point right here that I just moved on accident, whenever we get to this point right here, there will be 12 billion. So that's about 20% more inflation just coming up in about a month and a half. So if no new money came into Supra, that means the overall price of the tokens right now would go down approximately 20%. But if they could keep getting attention and they could keep working on marketing, they can keep bringing value, getting builders to the chain, then all of this will work itself out. If you go about 8 months from now, or as you can see, I have it right here, 224 days away, this is going to be 12 months after the token generation event. And this will be approximately 20 to 22 billion tokens. And I'm getting all this data just from looking right here and trying to eyeball where it'll be at. So none of this is exact, but it's pretty close for what I am trying to do. So we can see that is approximately a 2.2, 2.3x from where we're at now. Let's just call it 10 billion tokens now. We're going to double. That's 20 billion and a little bit more than that. Okay, so we need to be able to get at least double the investors into Supra, double the attention into Supra, double the use cases into Supra. And if we go out 18 months, which is about 14 months from where we sit today, it's going to be 35 billion Supra tokens, which is about a 3 or 4x from where we are sitting today. So there is a lot of inflation coming, but this has to be able to get attention, okay? It has to be able to get attention and outweigh this, because right now, with the price we are at per Supra at 0.008, let's just call it that. At this point, to be at that same price, we have to be able to do about a 3.5x in market cap. So the same exact price that we have now will need to be approximately a $250 million market cap whenever we get to 18 months after the token generation event. Now, this can totally happen. Okay, 250 million on a layer one that has this type of utility, that is absolutely nothing. When we come over here and look at what Supra is competing for, okay? When we come over here, Solana, look at this, guys, 73 billion. And it wasn't too long ago, this was like 150 billion. It was almost $300 per Solana. Cardano, Tron, Chainlink, Toncoin, okay, Avalanche, Hedera. This is all what it's competing with. So if Supra could just get into this top 20 realm, let's call it top 15 realm, it'll be absolutely no problem. And this amount of inflation will allow it to pay back early investors, to reward team members, reward people securing the network, and allow a lot of growth. So I'm not too worried about the overall inflation of Supra. What is it going to do in the short term? It could go down, but I do believe this blockchain has the foundation to be one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world. It is extremely fast, and it's doing something that I have not seen any other blockchain do. Integrate everything into the L1. No need for oracles. Sub 1 second finality of 500,000 transactions per second. But why isn't nobody talking about Supra, guys? I want to know. Oh yeah, let me tell you where it is listed, guys. I know y'all are going to want to know that, so I apologize in advance for skipping over that. It's currently listed Bybit, Mexi, Gate.io, KuCoin, Gate.io, again, Mexi, Hotcoin, Wex, whatever that is. So that is where it is available. But let me know, what do you think about Supra, and do you think think it has as much potential as I think it could have. We've got to get adoption to it, and builders have to come. Watch this video up above, and if you're not a part of the Free Men of Finance family, what are we doing? Subscribe. I love you all.